Hi guys, so I'm going to try something new today. Well, I guess I've done this in the past, but it's been a long time. I'm going to try filming myself. I got a new GoPro 8 and you know, I've messed around with the GoPros many years ago and it was an out-of-date GoPro back then, and they just really suck for trying to film Mink. You know, hey Boon, hey Boon, hey Boon, hey. Boon's ready to go. He's saying, dude, get me off the line, let's go. Anyway, trying to use those previous GoPros just were very frustrating. And this, I am assuming, is going to have some similar frustrations. It's just hard with the fisheye to be able to capture footage of small creatures running around. So unless you're like point blank, you don't see much of anything. But I was really annoyed this morning. It was like yesterday actually. I've been wanting to take Boon out and get some footage of him trying to catch a rat in this park, but I just can't find anyone to come film me. One cameraman just has issues going on and he can't wake up in the morning. My wife Maggie, she's expecting, so she has morning sickness, and the other guy is always busy. Anyway, just one thing after another, nobody can make it out. So I'm going to try with Mr. GoPro here to film myself. Let's see how it works. Ready to go, Mr. Boon? Huh? You ready to go? Oh, you were so ready to go, huh? Alrighty, so we are here at the little park, and this is an interesting little place. It's really clean and nice, and so you wouldn't expect a rat to be here. And frankly, there's rarely more than just a couple, which is exactly what we're looking for. Shouldn't he stay here? So this park, it's got these little, oh, I just saw a mouse. He's already won. Okay, so anyways, okay, so it's got these little low bushes and these little acorn trees. And my guess is, or oak trees I should call them. They drop acorns is what I'm trying to get at, into these little low bushes, and little rodents run around in there. And we just saw a mouse skitter across. I don't think I caught it on camera, but is just skittered across from this side to that side. So there's little rodents in here, but rarely do you see more than just mice or an occasional kind of shrimpy rat. You don't see very many, and they're usually kind of skinny. We've actually caught chipmunks here in the past, but usually see, we got a young mink here, little Mr. Boon. We don't want to get him in over his head and put him somewhere where he's going to find a colony of rats. We just want to find an individual, preferably small rat, and this is a perfect place for that because the rats aren't eating that great. They're just kind of foraging natural forage, and so chances are we're going to get something small, or even just a mouse. The mice can be tricky though because they scoot down little teeny holes the mink can't follow, so we have to get lucky and catch them in the bushes. Don't climb me, dude. Go find a mouse. Sit. I don't need you catching stuff. This silly little baby mink's gotta learn how to catch stuff. Good girl. Oh, did you hear something? There's something in there. Shirney just perked up. Oh, holy crap. There's a rat right there. Oh, sorry, did you guys see that? I kind of moved. I'm the worst cameraman ever. Did you get it? Holy crap, that was easy. He's got it. Well, flip. We just got started. We already caught something. Yeah, we saw something the first like 10 seconds of being here and caught something the next. So we're gonna have to come back here for sure. Holy crap, that was easy. If I could get to my meat. The goal here is teaching him to find and capture prey and then bring it back. The goal is not to eradicate everything here. In fact, I'd rather things stayed here so we could come back for other trainings. There you go, good boy. Good boy. No, you were doing it right the first time. Go. Put it in there. You were doing it right the first time. Put it in there. There you go. Good job. Good job, buddy. Sweet. Good job, Shirney. You didn't steal it. I was worried Shirney was going to snatch it. They're definitely coming back here. That's what we want, is nice, easy stuff. We got a little baby mink. We want to slowly build his confidence. Then catch some little mice or... So yeah, that was great. We'll definitely have to try coming back here with Raptor, having seen that mouse. So in the past, I don't remember how many mice we've seen or caught here. I don't think it was very many, because I didn't really think of this as a mouse spot. I thought of this as a place we might be able to catch, like you said, a little skinny half-grown rat or malnutritioned rat. You know, an interesting thing about rats is when you find them near human provided food, you know, like a garbage dump or a chicken coop or, you know, things like that where you've got artificial food sources. The rats are usually in high numbers and very large, but when you get them in kind of more of a natural state where they're foraging for their own food, like along a canal that isn't, you know, right next to a chicken coop or something like that, or in this case a little park where they're just eating presumably mice and acorns. And looks like this little tree might have some kind of fruit. I don't know what this is. What is this little tree? Is that crab apples? I'm not sure what this is. Doesn't look like crab apples. Maybe it is. Anyway, they've got a forage of these little crab apple thingy bobs and eat mice and acorns. And when they have to survive on their own without human food to steal, they just don't get as big, and their numbers are usually quite thin. There's just one or two here or there. So that's actually perfect for when you're starting a baby mink, because you don't want to find a lot of rats and you don't want to find big rats. You want it to be nice and easy for the baby mink. So man, there might be a few here though, seeing as we caught one in first 5 minutes, so we'll have to definitely come back. And I'm thinking of coming back with Raptor. So usually what I've caught here in the past were a couple different little chipmunks and and rats. So the fact that we saw mice today probably means there aren't very many rats here, because rats kill and eat mice, especially in situations like this where there isn't much else to eat. So they're going to eat a lot of mice. So I'm guessing there probably aren't very many rats here, is my guess, but there probably are quite a few mice, I'm just assuming that because we saw one in the first like 10 seconds of being here. So what I ought to do is come back with Raptor. Now Raptor, he can't handle a chipmunk or even a small rat. He's just too small. I may be like a baby rat, but not one that's going to be running around that we'll find out here. So we ought to bring him back and see if maybe we can find a mouse, because that was pretty cool that we saw that mouse so easily. So when it heats up a little bit, it's funny because I came here early in the morning. Shirney, stop. It's funny because I came here early in the morning so that we could come while the mink, well, it's cool for the mink. But seeing that mouse, we got to come back when it's hotter and see if we can catch a mouse with Raptor. So, okay, so here's a little rat that he caught. It's about mostly grown, but you know, in a place like this, it might be fully grown. It might be, you know, like 8 months old or something, and just not eating right. I'm guessing he's young though. He doesn't look, even for a skinny malnutritioned rat, he doesn't look to be full grown to me. Definitely on the smaller side, and if you look, he doesn't have a ton of fat on him, just like you would expect anywhere where the rats have to forage for their own food. That's not really the goal. I actually would rather he didn't, but what you doing, Boon? You coming up to say hi? Huh? Want to come up and say hi? Say hi to the camera. Okay, go play. Go play. So this is my caching box, and I decided to probably ought to talk about it a little bit. It's been probably several years since I've discussed a caching box, and really caching in detail. So a caching box is something I created years ago. This specific model was created by Matthew. If you go on Matthew's Mink Manor, I'll put a link in the description below, you'll show him and kind of what he does with his mink. But Matthew actually created this specific box, and I love it because it's got a twisty lid that you can use. Rather than the pop-up lids like I originally made caching boxes out of. So anyway, I absolutely love his model significantly more in mind. But anyway, it has the same basic idea. So you've got this tube, and this basically is supposed to look at these tubes. I wish you could zoom. Can you zoom with these things? No, GoPros can't zoom. They were playing really cute. But anyway, so the idea is this tube part leading to a den area kind of mimics a natural muskrat den that a mink would live in the wild. You got a little tube going to a little kind of round area, and that's how they typically would live in the wild. And it's nice and dark, which makes them feel nice and secure, and it's nice and tight, so they feel secure. They don't like open areas. What are you doing, Boon? He's like, what are you doing up there? Come on, you want to come see? You want to come demonstrate the caching box? Here, demonstrate the caching box. So they go in, and they got a little area in there they can curl up and be comfortable. And anyway, so the idea is to mimic a den as closely as possible that you can actually transport, and have it be something that they want to naturally bring their kill to. That's the idea. Now, of course, it takes a lot of training to get them to do that. He's looking at people walking around. It takes a lot of effort to get them to do that. A really easy to train mink will cache to anything. You could have like a little pet carrier and they'll do it. And a really difficult mink will never cache regardless of how cool your box is. So this is just kind of a little edge, in my opinion, that it gives you. It doesn't make or break the caching training. It just gives you a little bit of an edge because it's a little more natural feeling to them, and hopefully they're more likely to bring something back to it. But regardless of how nice the box is, you're gonna have to go through a lot of training to teach them to do that. Now, fortunately, Boon is a natural. He definitely still takes a lot of work. He's not finished, and I've still got months of effort before I feel confident in saying he's a caching mink, but he's definitely on the right path, and he's learning a lot faster and more easily than most other mink. So I'm really happy with that.